Welcome back to another episode of Day Dot Sports, where we're not about the X's and O's, but the show and goes. My name is Chris, and I'm here with my brother Tom, who's been on hiatus for a little bit. Good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, that was a good burp as well.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, I've just been physically and mentally winding down for Christmas, so you're even likely to get me on tonight as it is. So, yeah, but it's good to be back. It's been a hot minute. I think the last talk I was probably on for was post grand final sort of shit, but yeah.
I don't think you've even
Maybe
been
a
on
bit
since
more
then.
after that.
No, it was.
Nah,
it was
I
the-
have, for sure, because it was around us heading over to, it was around Pacific Championship sort of time. That was a good month ago.
It was a while ago anyway, and obviously I was away for a little bit. Went on a little holiday in around South Korea and Japan, like we've spoken about. That was a hoot, must say. Settling back into the old working life at the moment's really soul crushing stuff.
Yeah. That's going to be a bit like me. Because I'm in Sydney the week before I head back to work. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a fucking schmozzle. But, anyway.
Yeah, I'm on the home stretch at this point. It's pretty much a month away now, and then I'm on leave for about another 2 weeks.
Yeah,
the
literally,
Sydney
I've literally got another month of work. I'll finish on the 18th. So, yeah.
Yeah,
excellent.
same. Yeah, so home stretch. I can see the end of the tunnel at this point. The holidays really set me back. I'm pretty much just trying to be a hermit. And you know what helps that, Tom? You know what kicks off on Friday that helps me just sit at home and a good excuse not to go anywhere?
Ashes.
Exactly
That
right.
was my best. That was my best acoustic version of the Channel 9 theme song to the cricket. But yeah, feel free to cut that.
Nah, they'll be staying right in there. That might be the new intro to the podcast. But yeah, no, definitely. Safe to say the summer of cricket's about to kick off. If you cannot tell from the baggy green on my head, this is, well, I suppose I got that 4X yellow one, but this is the most appropriate baggy green that I've got laying around. So summer of cricket's about to be in full swing, and I'm just so excited for it. You know what, though? I'm not... Well, actually, we'll get into cricket talk later, but we just went through and watched a few of the draw announcements for 2026 straight into rugby league chat, Tom.
Yeah, shocker.
I think, I don't know how many years they've been doing it. I know definitely last year they had some really good ones. I'd like to say it was Panthers last year. Theirs was a WWE one, like Royal Rumble, where each time like a new team came in was like different get up and them eliminating them. I thought that was fucking top tier. There's been some good ones this season and some bad ones. Which ones do you like? And you've watched a couple. Which ones are taking your fancy, Tom?
After one actually that you really don't like, but I probably am surrounded with a few more younger kids than what you are, I think.
Come off it.
I would say the Dolphins. I'm actually a big fan of the Dolphins Bluey one, although very repetitive. Yeah, and I'd say my other one that I'm a big fan of would be the Waz bikey vest that got done up for the round. But what was the other one I was watching before that was rather funny?
There's a lot you didn't like.
The Canberra one's pisser. That is an absolute pisser. Getting a player from the opposing team to do a swish video. Wishing them all the best, pretty much, to announce they're playing them. Yeah, that's class. What do you like out of them?
Out of them, well, for starters, I think my favourite, which you really didn't like, but I reckon the Tigers actually killed it with theirs, the Tasteless Baker. I don't know, maybe it's just because I watch a lot of his videos and I like his humour and his cooking and stuff. Even if it is the Tigers, I thought it was really well done. That one was good for me. Canberra Raiders, like you said, that one was just classic. I kind of like the Eels one for creativity-wise, but it's a little bit as well. And then, of course, our Broncos, while they didn't make a video, the champs can do whatever the fuck they want. The Excel spreadsheet, I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're away.
What was the other one I watched just before? Was it the Roosters one?
Oh, yeah, the Roosters one with all the ChatGPT stuff.
Not that one. It must have been the Bunny. Is it the Bunny?
Oh, the Bunnies with speed.
Yeah, the speed one was pretty funny. Yeah,
Yeah, the speed one's pretty
Bunnies on
good.
speed. Yeah.
The little comments and Easter eggs, I suppose you could call them. The Broncos one, like they had the Warriors games, the big bowls. in the tabs the new away jersey, and then like what's Buzz's number, and
Yeah.
some of the other stuff as well, which was pretty good. So
Fuck, I need to get it up. What were some of
yes,
the tabs
see
in
if you
it?
can pull it up and see if there's anything else.
What do we got? 2025 NRL Grand Final replay. 2025 NRL W Grand Final replay. Ben Hunt field goal. These are like just like YouTube saved. Ben Hunt field goal. Denon Kemp highlights. Then up in the tabs we got just toilet water. Buzz Rothfield is Redcliffe in Brisbane. And then yeah, Broncos new away. Which I'm not going to spill the beans on, but I know it.
Well, we can kind of speculate what could be there. The obvious one would be the '06 white jersey. Caesar's Palace, if you've ever seen his designs, he did up a mock-up which ended up in the Broncos like Facebook group. So many people thought it was real, and I will hand it to that man. He's put up a few different ones. I think there was a Roosters one today. Fuck, he can design a jersey though. Like NRL teams, get that man designing them right now.
Which is the shittest thing, which I already think after, we had the the training jersey last year as a, what was that, 03 remake, 01 remake.
01, I think.
01 remake, I believe. Retro, if you can confirm. But, yeah, after the success of, like, and how popular that was, I'll be shocked, like, if they don't. And especially after seeing that Brisbane Broncos away, like, remake. I'll be shocked if, we don't get some sort of a 20-year jersey or like a training jersey or some shit. I'll just go in.
But no, well, there's been, like I said, whispers about what it could be, but it will definitely have to get an '06 remake at some stage. Like, there's essentially like a heritage round anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me if they busted it out for that.
I wish one thing that they did do that they either done for Magic Round was like fully, I don't know who came up with the concept. It might have been Guru. I'm not too sure. That whether for each Magic Round game, one team gets to wear like a fully black kit and the other team wears like a fully, how like Canberra wore like the full like fucking fluoro kit pretty much for Vegas. I'm saying either that or we make Magic Round the retro round as well.
I reckon
and roll out retro strips, like reveal and wear them for retro round, for Magic Round. I reckon that'd be a big thing.
It'd be huge, yeah. That would be like a perfect time to do it because you got that many fans wearing a billion different jerseys. Like, it'd actually be sick. Speaking of Magic Round, Tom, I'm fucking frothing already. My bank account's never going to financially recover though. I think the tickets coming out on, I'd like to say the 4th or something like that. So before you know it, season's done. Fucking not even Christmas yet. Tickets coming out. Origin will probably come out. Wouldn't be surprised me if they're dropping grand final tickets already. Like, it just fucking happens so quickly. But safe to say, I'll be signing myself up to Magic Round again. I don't know about you, but
yeah. Well, I'm keen for another 3-day stint if you are.
oh,
that's where I'm sitting at the moment.
I'll be going with or without you. So, all I know is
ideally this year though, we need to get tickets 3 days behind the sticks. I reckon that's where we need to be at.
Well, that's the plan. It seems the Broncos have wiped my debt with them, so I'm gonna buy that. Like, I think there's like $30 membership that gets you in a little bit earlier to hopefully get tickets. So that's gonna be my go. The old man's super keen. Christine, I think, is gonna bow out this year, so might be a boys rip and tear at Magic Round this year. Tom, I think could be the go.
Terrible.
Yeah, worst time in the world. Considering now where I'm living, the bus essentially drops me off directly on Caxton Street, and then on the way back on the front door. So look, you can be fucking literally. That's a bit of there's a bit of Paul Kelly about that almost, but as long as you can get on the bus home. Worst comes to worst, Uber, but it's a lot easier than my other houses where we've had to fucking literally take a million forms of transport, scooters, bikes, you name it, to get home.
Yeah.
So,
that was like even when you lived in Greenslopes, we'd have to go to Stones Corner and try to find a scooter somewhere, or we'd have to, or when last year Magic Round, we ended up in fucking Mansfield at like midnight.
Good spot to be too. I remember, I don't know if it was after footy or cricket, it was one of the two. It was when I was in Greenslopes, and you and me were like, we went to Stone's Corner and we were like walking around with the app, tried to find a bloody scooter. We found it like dumped in a bush. We're doubling, riding around trying to find another one. I thought I was full blown having a heart attack. Like, I was having these chest pains like I had never had in my life. I was like close to texting Christine and being like, oh, yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm like dying or not, but looking at the Magic Round draw, Tom, I just wanted to get your quick fire opinion on this. I'm going to read out each day and each game, and I just let me know if they're hot or not, or if you're going to
honestly
skip it
before you even say it, like first look at I had it, I was a bit underwhelmed, but anyway, lay it on me.
Yeah, look, there's nothing 400 beers can't fix, I suppose. And either way, 3 days of rugby league, I won't say no. But Friday night, so we've got the first game is Sharkies Doggies.
Yeah, respectable. I like it.
Respectable. We got Bunnies Rabbitohs for the main event on Friday night.
Bunnies and Rabbitohs, bro. You want to reword that?
Oh, sorry. We got Bunnies Dolphins. I was just saying
Bunnies
way
Dolphins, which I think is actually going to be another good game. So, considering where Bunnies were last season with the amount of injuries they had, but where I think Dolphins are going to be there or about this year in the 8. So, yeah, another good match, I reckon. Good Friday.
Yeah, and then we kick off Saturday. Now, this first one, the first two, I'd say, have potential to be absolute stinkers, or they'll just be super entertaining type of games. So the first one, we got Tigers versus Manly, 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Entertainer.
Like, it could go either way.
That literally has 60 points written all over it. Like, they're scoring at least 30 each way in that game, no doubt.
There's a lot happening. Middle game, Roosters versus Cowboys.
Chookies should wipe the floor with them, you'd think, but at Suncorp, who knows, Cows might turn up.
You know what my little prediction for the Cows is this year, Tom? I'm going to fucking put a punt on them to get the spoon.
Wonder what
2026 spoon. I don't think there'd be any odds out, but I don't know, something about them. I'm just like, they're all at sea. The season hasn't even started. I'm writing them off. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. And then you got the last game, Eels versus Storm on the Saturday.
Guys, you can already bet on round 1. Fuck me. Wait, I tell you what's not a bad bet, I reckon. Even though, and shit's going down in Melbourne and it's going to break the curse. Para's paying $3 to beat Melbourne for round 1.
I don't hate that at all.
That's not a bad bet. At all.
Especially Eels, I think they're trying to snag Keon Kalamatangi. I don't know if he's locked in for Rabbitohs next year or if he can be somewhere else. I'm assuming he's probably 27 he'd move, but if they manage to snag him and they had him in Bulu in the middle, fuck me dead.
Cowboys $9.50 to get the spoon.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just going to start investing in that as the season goes. Just $10 here and there.
I wish that was paying. I thought it would have been paying a little bit more. Dolphins are $1.83 to make the 8. Top 4. I might even put a flutter on the Dolphins to make top 4.
That's brave.
$4. Yeah, I know, it's very.
I think they got too many outs still, but we'll get into all of that next season. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, Eels Storm. Tom, what do you reckon of that?
Eels Storm. I reckon. Oh, is that?
That's Saturday.
Magic
late
round
Saturday
game.
night. Yeah.
Melbourne.
No, not who you think's going to win. Just what you think of the game.
What do I think of the game?
You've lost the plot, mate.
Yeah, a couple of sips of 4X, knowing I'm pretty much off work tomorrow as well. Just send me loopy. Yeah, I actually reckon that will be a quite entertaining game. If Eels have the ability to rock up and turn one on a little bit, so yeah, I think it should be a decent match. Besides the first, I think that very first game is just going to be a big, open, high-scoring game that will come down to a field goal, or someone's going to score 2 tries within the last 3 minutes and win by 10.
Yeah, it's a bit of Tigers leading the way just to lose.
Who's the second one? Cowboys.
Cowboys
and Roosters. Yeah, Roosters wipe the floor with them.
And then on Sunday, this one again just could be. This is when you go get beers, basically, but also could have entertainment factor to it. Titans versus Knights. How's that for a fucking kickoff?
This was the same as last year, wasn't it?
I'm
This
not
is
too
before
sure.
Broncos,
I think it
I'm
might have been,
pretty
Broncos
sure.
are after them.
Oh no, it's Titans and Bulldogs. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, that had a bit more entertainment.
Yeah, still a shit match that was. Yeah, this be A grade poo slinger.
And then,
This
I don't
is
know,
that is a real typical Sunday Arvo game, isn't it?
that's a lot of Sunday. Then we got Warriors versus Broncos. Obviously, I'm going to say this is game of the round, but that's not even me being biased. Like, everyone
that's the
knows
worst thing,
Warriors
though. All
games are
these-
fucking home game for them, basically.
Yeah, this is the worst thing. Like last year, when I think we were talking about Magic Round and shit, and people are like, "Bruh, Warriors are playing a fucking home game, pretty much." And sure enough, because I think that's the first year we've gone to. Because usually we've just gone to the one day that the Broncos have been playing on, but that's the first time we've gone when the Warriors have been playing. We're like, "Holy shit, they went wrong."
So, no,
Lots of
playing
Warriors,
like that is going to be the best game, I think, for sure. And then the last game is Panthers versus Dragons. So, I don't know, make of that how you
may
will.
as well just head to the cast and watch it. I reckon.
Yeah,
I reckon.
that's a good shout. I don't think we're missing too much there, but yeah, no, it gets me very excited for Magic Round. But yeah, behind the sticks is going to be the go, so hopefully we can snag those tickets and get that sorted. Do you want to talk cricket or some more footy, Tom, or do you want to do cricket last?
Cricket, I reckon.
Bit of cricket, yeah.
Well, I don't know what footy have you got to talk about.
Well, we got to talk about Mayo. There's no way around it. We'll be talking about Mayo at some stage. Mayo and a bit of R360 and a little Eli Katoa, and that will wrap us up. But a little bit of cricket, maybe a little sprinkle in there, I think won't hurt us. Like we said at the start, kicks off Friday, Ashes. We're at the last one. That is going to be ingrained in my brain forever, though. Like that first ball from Starkey to Burns, just wiping him out.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Fuck, it was good.
Who was it? I think I was showing some people at golf. Was it at golf on the weekend, or was it? I can't remember. It was golf. I got pretty pissed at Jess's Chrissy party, so it could have been at her Chrissy party.
Could have been anywhere.
Showing all these teachers. Oi, check out this video. Mitchell Stark rocking Rory Burns stumps first ball. It was one of them. I can't remember which. But yeah, that's going to be ingrained in. That's I know a couple of dudes who, when we were real young, they were the Gabba when Peter Siddle got a hat trick on his birthday, which I'm like, that's elite. But also Starkey get a wicket first ball of the Ashes is pretty fucking elite as well. I remember that hotel that was getting built like behind next to the Gabba. It must have been like sort of like Thailand fit off stage.
Yeah.
And literally all you could see for like fucking like 16 floors or whatever was just tradies sitting on every single balcony having smoko watching the cricket.
It's one way to do it. But yeah, like that was
that was can I confirm, was a very extended smoko by looks of it as well.
I remember one of the, like, there was a few, that was such a good series, but because we went to the first 3 days, that nearly fucking ended me, those, because, like, obviously, like, people think Magic Round's a big piss up, but I'll die on the hill that, like, Test cricket, particularly the Ashes, is big a day.
Gosh, we drank some piss for 3 days as well. I literally finished my apprenticeship as well.
That's right.
Like a couple of days before, and I'd just been signed off. I'd literally been signed off, I think, the day before the cricket started. So I was I had 6 weeks off, got paid out all my holidays. So I was just ready to rip and tear. And yeah, I remember we drank some piss.
We drank some piss, but you start so early. Like, you're just into it. Like, we're at some of those hotels nearby. It's like 8:30, 9 in the morning. Everyone's just pumping golds and that. But I remember having to leave on one of the days to go to the dentist. I had to wait like a few hours fucking around. So I just went on like a little bar crawl around South Brisbane basically by myself, rocked up at the dentist. It was like, yeah, I hope you don't mind. I've had a fucking heap of beers beforehand. And he just laughed. And then I remember that was like peak of like Hello Sport, punters and dribblers, come on. Like,
oh, the come on stage. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That was like, literally, I reckon, the pinnacle of it.
We literally walked into the stadium and we walked up the fucking... We didn't even get to our seats. And that dude who was sitting next to us on day one, who was up for a big old rip and tear, just hits us with a big, come on, straight away. But the best one, I already know which one you're going to say.
Yeah.
Go and say it.
Well, yeah, we're like, that's when we're ducking out for darts pretty much every single tea break and getting mysteriously wandered searched every single time. You could see us, like we're not even 10 metres away. Like you could keep eyes on us, but no, just quick one down, boys, randomly. But you know, me out the front there enjoying a nice little Winnie Blue, and this bloke just slowly rolls up, drops down to one knee, and just screams, "Come on!" in our faces. It was fucking so.
They need
good.
to bring it. They need to bring it back. Like fucking. I was all for it.
It was a good time.
It's a dying art now. I remember coming on a few people at the footy and just getting looked at like I was a fucking lunatic, pretty much.
It's a few people. A lot of people don't get it these days, particularly the newcomers to punters and dribblers. Ever since that got shut down, it was already kind of on its way out, but particularly the new guys. You could scare someone half to death, I think, if you screamed and came on it these days. It used to be a laugh explaining like to people at work or just different people, got fucking come on in the toilets and then be like, what are you talking about, lad? But I remember that Ashes series though, because we did day 1, 2, 3. On day 3, finished up, I had a work Christmas party, and it was the first time that I went to this, like it was a new workplace. I'd been there for like a month and a bit. So I've done 3 days of the Ashes, half bombed up, rolling into this Christmas party. Like they're on their first drink and I'm probably on my fucking 30th at this stage. So we were in good nick. I think that's when I came and found you at the casino. You were just there punt by yourself. Woke up the next morning like I needed a bullet, something you would not believe. And we had one of our mates' Christmas parties on and I was pretty much like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
Was this at Sam's place?
This is at Sam's.
DJ Sniffles.
DJ Sniffles made an appearance. You weren't even meant to be coming, but you were just like, because you were going to be there by yourself. You're like, you were just like,
you weren't even going to invite me. No, and then Pete's like, no,
Pete's like,
Pete picked you
come
up.
on.
Pete picked you up and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He's like, oh, well, you want to come? Like,
and then I remember getting like a second win though. Got there and a couple beers, couple of other things, and I was a brand new man. Got absolutely fucking written off that night. And that was the birth of DJ Sniffles. Christ, that was funny. I think we got dropped home that night too, and I might have just been spraying the most chat of all time. But
pretty sure
good times. It nearly killed me that night. But back to cricket time. So it kicks off. We've got a few bowlers out. No Blue Eyes, no Farm Boy. So who do you think is going to be pulled into the side? Do you think it's going to be Doggett or do you think it's going to be Nisa?
Doggett. Oh, fuck hell. Doggett's too hard to turn up. The boy is hot with the ball in hand at the moment. Coming off a fifer in the Shield final, and he's been pretty handy as well to start the season. So, yeah, Doggett's going to get a call up for sure, which he feels so sorry for fucking Ness.
Oh, bro.
Like, for one, I don't think he's not even in the squad, I'm pretty sure. But
no, they brought him in after Hazel got ruled out and Abbott got ruled out.
But, yeah, it's like, he's done his time on the sideline.
He's done his apprenticeship.
Cutting oranges. Yeah, he's done an apprenticeship, 100%. He's almost too qualified at this stage to be playing. So, yeah, like, Australia selectors do what's right and pick Michael Nisa to play in the first test match.
Honestly, I'd like to see it. Is Doggett a Queenslander, by any chance?
He is a Queenslander.
But he doesn't play for Queensland anymore.
Like all good Queenslanders do, they struggle in Queensland, go to South Australia, i.e. McSweeney, and rip and tear and get called up for Australia. So must be something in the border about Queenslanders fucking off to South Australia and making it big time.
Home of churches and wine, mate. Keeps them straight. And then there's obviously the opening situation. I think they're going to go with Marnus loose bus change. I reckon he's going to be up. Who do you reckon is going to be him? Or do you reckon Jakey Witherall gets a little spin?
Fuck, it's hard to say. Considering I think they're going to pick Witherall, but
yeah.
I'm also not against Marnus opening at the moment when he's like seems to be in mad fucking form going into these Ashes.
Yeah, he's dialed in.
Oh, the boy's like he literally scored that many runs that they couldn't have not picked him, which is good to see. Like because it's what he's needed. He needed to
100%.
He needed to get relegated back to fucking to state level and peel off some runs and get a bit of confidence back. Because
Marnus, please go have a hard look in the fucking mirror. Come back to us when you're scoring runs. Thank you.
because I can literally see. I'd be putting my money on it now. Either Marnus or Steve Smith is going to score the most runs this Test series. There is no considering Smudge is out there in the middle of in the Gabba on a pitch that's doing a little bit, practicing his fucking golf swing. See, that would just be sending nightmares into the English camp because they're going. He's actually just taking the piss and he's scoring runs for fun. So, yeah, I'd be righto. What's some odds on that shit? I need a bit of odds on that.
You've already knocked over basically what I was going to say. Well, with the Marnus, like I'd be giving him a crack just because he's trialed, tested, been there a million times. If it doesn't work out, bang, weather roll in. I also, and Hello Sport have well and truly touched on it, but fuck, I love the look of the bloke. He's got that bit of mongrel about him. I haven't really heard him speak or anything, so I don't know.
Weather old.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Mr. In Between?
Yeah.
Ray Shoesmith.
Jake Ray Shoesmith Weatherall.
Yeah,
I love it. So hopefully those photos of him that came out.
First thing I seen was not what I wanted. First thing I seen was like for the Perth, $12 for a draw, and I was like, "What's the weather doing over in Perth this week?" It is sunny the whole time, but here we go. Player multis, run scorer markets.
I ended up with a little bonus bet on my account because I chucked a 4-legger on the UFC. Bang, bang, bang. Like, easiest 3 fights. All the people I picked knocked out their opponents. But, of course, me chasing money put it on Jack Della Maddalena to beat Islam, which didn't go well. Neds gave it back. I've chucked that straight on Scotty Boland to be the leading wicket take for Australia over there in Perth. It's the summer of Scotty. That's all I got to say. England, like, they'd be wishing that.
That's money for Jam, I reckon. Top Australia series run scorer, Steve Smith, $2.90, minus Labuschagne, $5. Give me 50 on both of them, please.
It's going to be someone like that, or it's just going to be a Travis Head or an Alex Carey. I can see going out there and having a, like, collapse has happened. Alex Carey, T-Head go in and just fucking
but I was like,
a few balls.
It would not be too bad. Put 100 on Josh Inglis at 101. I get fly over to WA. Fucking take out Alex Carey. Inglis goes in. Win me some money.
I wouldn't mind a slug in there somewhere. I hope at least they squeeze him in eventually. I love a bit of slug.
Yeah, it's going to be time for him. It's going to be. I was going to Snapchat from one of my mates who's now becoming like golf obsessed, and he's like putting in his fucking. Oh, it's hard to see. He's putting in the living room.
That's great. But speaking of the last little probably bit about cricket, Tom, is I don't really love the idea of the evening or the day-night essentially test. I'm more of a kick-off at 9 a.m, 10 o'clock in the morning, go all day. That's my type of thing.
My one next year, depending on who we end up playing, if we're playing like someone who I actually want to go watch, like if we play New Zealand or who else? As long as it's not fucking West Indies or Pakistan, because those seem to be here literally every year.
They don't fucking leave.
Same with Pakistan. Fuck, they played here a lot in the last little while. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't play New Zealand. We haven't played them in since 2015 or some shit like that at home. So it might be later, but we're due. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing an Adelaide day-night test. Apparently, it's unreal, according to a few people I've talked to.
Yeah, we definitely need to get down to Adelaide. I'm trying to scoop tickets up for day 4 here in Brisbane, running the risk that there's actually going to be action.
Day 4?
Yeah, well, that's the only thing available. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, it's either going to be over by day 3 or I'm going to see some fucking top-tier cricket on day 4. Like, that could be right down to the wire, last sort of wicket stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got to try to rally some troops to get along to that before tickets run out. But yeah, I was a little bit off the ball on that one.
That was like the other day I seen on Tixel. Because I've been trying to find a ticket to the Ashes in
Sydney.
Sydney. Australia. I'm literally going to look right now because there was one the other day and it was like literally the highest grandstand as far back as pretty much possible. And it said restricted view. And I was like, and it was like $160 for a ticket. I was like, oh, fuck,
yeah, I think the ones at the Gabba are about like $100 or something. At the Gabba, you can pretty much see everywhere anyway, so I'm not too stressed about it. And it being day and night, I'm not going to cook in the sun. Maybe a little bit of afternoon sun, but outside of that, should be right. Nothing that a little bit of zinc can't handle. A few other things that I did want to talk about, Tom. One thing that definitely was not on my bingo card, and was literally the first thing I saw when I opened my phone when I got up yesterday, was just that Kalyn Ponga Mayo ad, the Hallam Mayo ad. I'm opening this up, and I first start watching, I'm like, oh, look at this fella. He's a model now. He's doing a bit of modelling. And then it just went Japanese mayo commercial real quick.
Possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life.
It just got weirder and weirder. First thought that came to my brain was Buzz Rothfield not the man for the job. But then I was just like, it was just bizarre. It was really, really weird. And I try to think of if there's been like any other really strange rugby league or NRL player ads, and there's not really any that jump to my mind. Nothing quite like this. I kind of rate it a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't rate it. It's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. So, KB, please get some better endorsements in the future than what that was.
You know, probably the funniest thing though was the comment section in there though. Like just a lot of the players jumping in there and be like, "What the fuck?" I was listening to Hello Sport and they were reading them out, and I think it was AJ Brimson being like, "Man, those interest rates are getting tougher," or something like that. But I want to see some more rogue third party deals. I'd love to know how much Mayo money he got from that though. Like, if you had to guess, how much do you reckon he would have got off that ad?
Oh, it'd have to be easy. 50 grand or something, surely.
50 G's, nice little one. Hellman slip that into his back pocket. Just a man that loves his mayo. You know, it's got me thinking though, when it comes to ads, if I was Reese's Plumbing, I would be moving mountains to get Reese Walsh on board. That would be the ultimate collaboration at the moment. That'd be, business would be booming if you got Reese on board.
Yeah, literally. You'd be throwing money at him to just drink out of toilet bowls that you've installed. Pretty much.
Reese, please. I'm trying to find a bit odd. You're distracted. You can't even fucking concentrate on what I'm talking about at the moment.
I'm just trying to find where. So I found a ticket here for day 3 of the SCG test. $271.
Christ. It's probably just going to rain as well, right?
Yeah, that's the worst part about it, because I'm like, how do I get a refund if this fucking rains?
Well, it'd just be, I don't know if you'd get one through Tixtel though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Imagine being the dude who sold the ticket and then it rains and he gets a fucking refund. And he gets the
fucking money back. Christ. I was glad I didn't go, what was it? It was I forgot if it was the T20 or was it the one day? I think it might have been the T20 that happened the other night. Australia versus India or whatever it was. And it got rained out. I was nearly close to getting a ticket for that, and I'm so glad I didn't because it got rained out like straight away.
Yeah. One of the fellas that one of the fellas that I was doing some work for the other week, he went down. So he drove from Harvey Bay down to Brizzy with his kids and his missus, and he's fucking texts me and he's like, how's old dick fingers out here in the field after watching 2 catches go down? Yeah. And then he's like, sick, so glad I drove down for this.
Yeah, fuck, that is some head noise.
I swear that I reckon I've been to 3 2020s now at the Gabba that have international 2020s, and they have rained every single fucking time.
I was going to say, I feel like that happened a lot when we were kids. You'd be driving down and we're young, probably under 12 or some shit. The old man or mum or whoever's taking us down and the weather's looking real fucking shit. And you're like, real grim. Fuck, yeah. I hope we see some action. I was we went to see India and Australia last year.
Yeah.
Would have been almost around this time.
What did we watch? 13 overs? Yeah.
No, it wasn't even that. I reckon it was 8 overs or something. Yeah. And then we're just in ankle deep water.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the cast.
Wasn't even trying to keep my shoes dry at that point. It was just we're not staying dry here. We're running down Vulture Street, fucking ankle deep in water. and then went on one of the all-time roulette runs at the casino.
Oh, was that when she really liked you and really wasn't that fond of me, and I just got rinsed and you were just
Pretty
there all
much.
day? Yeah.
Yeah, I
remember
was
that
just
one.
having a fat old time, and you and Lenny had done your ass, and you were ready to go. And I just could
Yeah.
not miss.
It was a good time. I think we need to talk R360, Tom, before we close the books for today. There has been so much, and I actually saw it was Fletch and his name escapes me, whatever radio show they've got. I think it's on SEN or wherever.
Joel,
Talking about what's his fucking name? You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I know too. Yeah.
Anyway, point is, yeah, Fletch was kind of like, yeah, what's the go with all this? Like, there's so much talk, obviously, but there's no social media, there's no website, there's nothing. It's just like this, it's fairiness. It
Yeah,
hasn't fucking been
that's
there.
it.
It's like,
Fugazi, it's that.
not fucking real. Is basically where it's at. Zac Lomax gone from the Eels, rough one.
There has to be, I don't know, like there has to be some sort of upfront signing fee guaranteed, even if this doesn't even if this doesn't take off, because if he is just like up and left on the promise, on a word promise that he's about to make like $10 million in like 3 seasons, then I think Lomax might have just shot himself in the foot for life.
Yeah, it's not great. And I saw a video of PVL talking about it. He's like, yeah, I feel sorry for Lomax. I think he's been misled. Like, this thing's fucking not viable, basically. PVL's having to work a little bit of overtime. I kind of want to see him. Do you ever remember videos of Vince McMahon, WWE times, where he'd come out and just hit him with the, "You're fired"?
Yeah.
I need PVL doing that to any player that goes to R360.
How's fucking Jeremy's dad sent this in like this group chat of it we got today. What did he say? He like shared the where is it? He just like shared this Fox News article, and he's like, Haas is going to R360, Broncos are fucked next year. And I opened it. I was like, you fucking serious? I opened it, and it's like, Payne Haas has reportedly informed a represented player close to him that he will remain at the Broncos with rumblings emerging rebel competition. R360 could fold before it begins. I just said, read the article, you fucking peanut. He's like, nah, he's gone.
No, well, that's it. It's been so much talk about him, like, oh, he could be going this money, that money. Like, I saw something the other day saying that he might be like looking at 3 mil sign-on bonus, which is like USD, so I think close to 5 mil Australian, which is just ridiculous. But I swear it just happens every single time with Payne Haas. There's always rumours, always talks. It always just ends up being like, no, I fucking love the Broncos. I'm staying here, bro. It's almost like he just trolls them just to get a bit more coin.
It's happened every year now for the last like 6-7 years that he's come off contract in different periods. And they're like, oh, Payne Haas is going to leave the Broncos. He's not happy with the Broncos, right. And then it's just like, Payne Haas has signed a record deal with the Broncos every single fucking time.
And I can see it happening.
I just played the game and I get more money.
No, literally. Like, I think it's just him. It's almost like he's trolling just because they know there's going to be the biggest media bet up of all time. Broncos go, well, fuck, what can we sell at Red Hill to get some more money? And then they just give him the fattest deal of all time. But I love, I saw apparently PVL is going to be having a sit down, having a little whisper sweet nothings into his ear as well. I'd love to know. But if there's a man that's going to keep him here in the NRL, I dare say it's going to be PVL. And if Payne Haas just miraculously becomes a horse owner,
owns a pub now in Brisbane, owns the Caxton.
and
he goes to the Roosters.
Yeah, no, that Arthur Beetson hotel looked real good under Payne's thing, and just throwing it out there. So because what's PVL? He's got New South Wales racing. He's probably got a couple ponies that he could make a little donation to Payne if he needed all of a sudden. But no, the way it's heading, and if there's any truth to him, having a yarn to his teammate or whoever it might have been, I can see it coming out. And I'd like to see them announce it, Tom, when they drop the new away jersey, just bang, promo video with Payne Haas, and it's just him I'm not fucking leaving. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, ideally that's what happens.
But yeah, and with that, and with the Lomax and this, that, and everything, just the whole R360 thing, and particularly with the Payne Haas, I think It's the age-old saying, Tom. It might be too... If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And hopefully Payne Haas has got his eyes on this and stays at the Broncos. At least that's secured. You know, if he stays there, Bronco for life, or even NRL for life, like he's going to end up being... He's probably already the greatest prop, but he'll end up being the best. Last little thing before we call it a night. I don't know if you saw the Storm. They put out an update about Eli Katoa.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. That looks like he's not going to be playing. He won't play this season, or
No.
even ever again.
Well, yeah. Well, I suppose they're not, like, from what I can see, they're not going to go that far. It's a long road, I can imagine. But he's back in Melbourne, so glad that he's back in Australia. I think he might be back in hospital. Don't quote me on that, but I think he's still probably getting looked after to some extent.
I don't know if he's back in hospital or he's just getting care, like he's going in for care at hospital and stuff like that.
Well, he's still getting
I think
looked
it's
after.
the same. I think it's the same sort of situation that happened to Tamari Martin years ago. So this is I don't think you really would have been watching footy then. So he was playing for the Cowboys. He was killing it, and then it was just like he went off the face of the earth. And yeah, he was having, I think he had seizures or something like that, or like a brain bleed, or it was something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And basically, he got advised that he couldn't play again. So he'd retired, and then he got cleared like a couple of years later. So yeah, like if it is, like it's going to be incredibly sad if this ends his career. But it's also, you never know what might happen if it's, you know, it's similar to what's happened with Tamari Martin. So,
well, that's it. Yeah, it can go a whole lot of ways.
Fuck, someone needs to be held accountable big time for it.
100%. Like, I feel so bad for the bloke. And I think, like, I'm not going to speak too much, obviously, about what his family said, but I think they've come out, like, forgiving Tonga and this and that, but it's just like, you know, it seemed like people had to save him from himself, I think. You know, undoubtedly one of the toughest blokes rolling around and, you know, needed to be cared for. You know, someone needed to put their hand up and make that call, and it didn't happen. And, you know, for him to miss the entire season, I can see surely Storm will be getting salary cap relief.
I hope so.
You'd
I
think,
hope they get
surely.
some sort of salary cap relief from it. Like,
ironically,
is Tina,
Melbourne Storm.
Is Tina ended up there or what?
Well, not yet.
Because, well, you got no Paps, no Nas, no... Who else has been moved on?
Anderson's gone. A few of the other, like,
Anderson,
fringes.
And now Eli Katoa, salary cap compensation most likely. That looks like a lot of money heading in Tino's direction.
But Tino wouldn't be till 27 though, so it's hard to know, and who knows? Like you said, Eli Katoa could be back there, but we've seen a few times, like the amount of head knocks that have retired players. You know, I think it was even Will Warbrick. He was out for most of this season due to concussion symptoms. So we've seen players being out for ages, and I don't know if we really knew 100% what happened to Will Warbrick, but I can't imagine it would have been as bad as this one.
No.
And then there was that... his name's escaping me. I think it's Corey. Sorry that I can't remember it, but the fella from the Canberra Raiders a couple of years ago that had the seizure out on the field, like I think he eventually got clear, but I think he's decided to call it a day, you know, just to look after his health. But yeah, safe to say, I think NRL is going to have to do something about it. Eventually all the findings will come out, but yeah, not great. Hope Eli Katoa rests up. Hope everything goes smooth and his recovery, you know, hopefully he makes it fully back and he's going to be playing in 2027 basically. But so it ended on a bit of a dull note, but yeah, so glad he's back home. That's pretty much it. That is gold, Tom. Speaking of goals, just to fucking remember that. Look at what I've got. You'll never have this.
Yeah, I know. Too bad you're fucking overseas when they come out, because they only brought them out in Brisbane and selected bottle shops, bastards.
Yeah, they did. Well, that was... and it's like... I'm not really going to send one of my mates on a wild goose chase. Oi, can you go get me a couple slabs of gold?
I would have 100%. But anyway, here's what it is.
It's one of those things. But I reckon that's pretty much it for us this week.
All right, ciao. I'm off for dinner.
Laters all.